Hello guys, and today I'm back, and sorry that my is so loud right there, and today I'm going to be showing off my claw. Yes, I have designed a fully functional claw that counts up to 9,999. This could be used for adventure maps, and this sort, like, see this one over here? I know it doesn't have anything on it, but you can wirelessly hook up a start mechanism right there to that, and a stop mechanism to a little tripwire that has a command block. It's linked up to that, and then I've set up wireless connections up to that so that it will hide the board until, well, you finish the map, so they don't see it counting and counting and counting. And how we do that is we set a scoreboard, and this scoreboard, its name is going to be either add or remove. Add is what's going to add the screen. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to use players set, sorry, that's what I was trying to do, set, remove, and then 1. Second it reaches 1, it's going to remove them all. That's cool. If there's nothing there, like it removes there, it just goes. Okay, there's either add or an add is gonna fix that up. But what you don't know is it's also gonna be removing all this stuff and replacing it too. Because if it's replacing it too, then it's resetting. So it's resetting it down to 0. So how you're going to set this up is you're going to go to MC Edit. You are going to select from that bottom corner all the way up to this corner right here. Now you're going to want to make sure that there's at least one layer of the solid blocks below it, or else it's going to have to build its way all the way up from the bottom to get up to here. You're going to want to make sure there's at least one layer of solid underneath it. Then you're going to want to use a sethblings filter to make this. Now one of these is going to reset all the redstone, and then after that, and before it resets all the redstone, it's also going to reset the block so that you don't see it resetting. So it can reset the system, and it can reset the block, and so that this map can be used infinite times over and over again. And basically how this works is, second that you set it to 1, it notices that, it powers this, and at the same time it also powers this. Since this is a 2-tick pulse, you could just put this straight into this, but this spawns straight in with the filter, so might as well just connect it up like this. And if you had 2 more of these over here, these could be, you'd only need the add, and you could add all this stuff in again. Actually, you'd need to remove it and then reset it. So you can remove all this stuff and add it again. You're going to have to use his second filter that he wrote for it. He wrote a second filter that it goes through and it makes all of them out solids. Like this redstone is all solid, and then it replaces it with the redstone after it's done building the structure. You're going to have to use his second filter because his first filter, it doesn't comprehend that, and you can't have non-solid blocks as the bottom. So basically, therefore, right here, this part would be broken. But it is cool, considering how the second one you can. So that means we can make this, have it reset this area, and also reset the screen. So now I'm going to show you how to set this up. Let's head over to MC Edit. Okay guys, now that you're in MC Edit, you're going to want to either create a new world or load a super flat world that you have generated ahead. So in this case, I'm just going to create a new world, and I'm going to make it a super flat, I'm guessing. Simulate world, advance, wait, no! flatland. Now what you're gonna want to do is set the height to be whatever you want. I'm gonna want it to be 1. Actually, to make it 3. And then I'm just gonna click create. So this world, I'm just gonna name it world. You guys don't see the files that are opening though, unfortunately, but it's making them. So now that's generating the world. Now that this world is generated, you're gonna want to use my filter, my schematic. Click import. I'm sorry you can't see this right now. Now you're gonna want to click on my schematic. I'm gonna get to it right now in folders. Okay, you're going to want to import this clock that I have right here. Now that you've imported that, you're going to want to right up in the sky. Wherever you want it. You can change, while you have this selected, while you still have all of this selected, you can not click import, you can click fill and replace, and then while you click that, you're going to want to choose sandstone, and then replace. Now you choose whatever block you want this to be made out of. So if you want it to be made out of red wool, let's say, click red wool, and click replace. Now this clock is made out of red wool, basically. So, now, what you're going to want to do next is while you have this selected, you're going to want to move this bottom piece up 1. And now this, you're going to want to move it back 2, I'm pretty sure. This you're going to want to leave like it is. Actually, move this one over 1. But you're selected this portion. Sure you got everything? Yes. Okay, so we have everything now. Now we're going to want to click filter. Now that we've clicked filter, click on structure spawners 2. Now that you've gotten that down, we're going to need to lower where its position is going to be. So we're going to want to lower it at least 30, and then this one's going to be positive 5. So now let's click filter. It's loading all the schematics and stuff. Sorry about the lag. While it's loading this stuff, I know, and see it's not responding. Okay, if that recording stopped, I'll just edit it back together. But now we have, I click Control S, load it. Blocks. Oh, okay. So now we have these. These 2 things are what we are going to use to reset all the redstone back here. Now, what we are going to want to do if we want the screen to cover. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to click down here on the select the small region down there, just a random region. Now you're going to want to select what you want here from this corner, drag it all the way up to this. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Now we're going to want to drag this over, align it, make sure it's lined up at the top. Now make sure it is 1 wide. So it's lined up perfectly like that with the screen. Okay, now that we have it lined up with the screen, we are going to want to click fill and replace, and then choose said block that you chose for your be made up. Now click fill. Now with this region still selected, you're going to want to click filters, structure spawners. Now you want to click change that to -15. Now click filter. Control S. Now as it saves this real quick, Now that this is saved, we should have more spawners. There they are over there. So here's spawners for the first time, here's spawners for the second. Now, these ones are going to control the screen. We can easily hide this if this is like an underground map. Or we can make the 30s negative and have them down here underground. But make sure that they're not spawning underground because it doesn't make sure to spawn air this filter. Now that you do that, you're going to want to click Control, while holding Control, switch S. That's going to save the world. Now you're done in MC Edit. I'll meet you over my... Okay, now in Minecraft... What the heck? That may be a problem. Well, just to prove that these... Aha! Exactly. That's perfect. Now that I have this spawner, these spawners up here, I'm gonna be able to just spawn and fix this. So let's click remove and remove. Now we're going to delete. It's going to delete. What? What a douchebag. It took the spawners. What a dude. The spawners should be right here. Well, at least I can show you that this front part works. If you get this problem, you're just gonna have to restart the map. I know that this part does work. You can hook up a wireless system that controls this, and just to show that this part does, in fact, this clock does in fact work. I'm gonna start it up real quick and show you. There, it won't work past that third one. Oh yeah, and just so you know, I'm gonna have to use the remove one over here. So which one's the remove? That's the spawn. See, it does work. Clock does work, and I know that this spawning filter does work. But I'm sorry that this has failed like this. But if you like this video and you think the quality is good, this is how you would do it, but it happened to fail. Oh, also one important thing is whenever you're choosing your block that the clock's going to be made out of, it has to be a solid block. It can't be made out of glass. It has to be made out of this type. Can't be made out of slabs. Here, I'll just put up a list right now of the stuff that it cannot be made out of. Okay, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Here's my clock instructions. Oh, and you can also, while you have the whole clock selected, you can change things. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Sorry that this has failed. And I haven't showed up how to set the wireless system. Let's show you how to set the wireless system. How are you going to set up the wireless system is you're going to want to set a building respawn. Okay, so we're going to do a scoreboard. Okay, let me get out of caps lock. Okay, scoreboard, turn off caps lock. Now you're going to want to go objectives, add, building spawn, and then you're going to want to make it a dummy. After that, you're just going to press enter. Now you're going to want to make building remove. Now you're also going to make add. You're also going to want to make remove. Now that you've done that, you're going to want to go give, and then you're going to want to go 37. You're going to want to put in your name there. Now that you've got 37, you're going to want to go up to this, and you're going to want to say, okay, so this one is the block, the add. So the add corresponds to the one that will add the thing that blocks that. So let's see. This is the remove. Since this deletes it, this is going to be corresponding to remove. So you're going to want to put remove here, put add here, but they're obviously you're going to want to rise them off the ground. So see it like that. Now that you have that, you're going to want to hook a quick clock, but make sure it's 2 back. My bad. 2 back. So that there's room for 1 redstone dust. You're going to want to get comparators. Put comparators like this. Get redstone dust. Put those like that. Now put command blocks right there. I will get to those in a second. Now you're going to want to put that like that. That. Those out and put these in. Now that we have these clocks, without repeating, now that we have these clocks, we're going to want to put in the commands. So the commands are going to be test for at a that score underscore min, no, score remove underscore min equals 1 that. Now click Control A, Control C, then backspace. Now that you've done that, you're going to want to click on the delete for that, the block, the thing that blocks it. Now you're going to want to click Control and V. Now you have basically copied and pasted that into the remove. So now whenever this clock senses that the minimum is over 1, it will say OK and send a signal over through this, which the signal will spawn or delete. But also, whenever it does that, it's going to reset the score using this command block. You're going to want to put Control V in this one, but then click on this remove right at the end, backspace all the way. Now click add. Now type add. So now you have the add set, and every time it'll check. So now you're going to want to put scoreboard players at a scoreboard players set, then at a, sorry, I forgot to put the set, then at a remove, and then set that to 0. Now I'm going to Control A, Control C, backspace, enter. Click here, Control V again. Now you're going to want to change this to add because this is the add one. Now you're going to click on this one, Control V, and add. This one needs to be removed. So now that we have that set up, you can start the clocks. How we do that? Put the button here, almost like millisecond, right after you click it, you need to break it, like that. Look at this, I'm breaking it. Oh, also, one thing, the repeater needs to be going into the command block, and this needs to be coming away. Like this one, it needs to be going into the command block. So the second that you click the button, you need to break it. If that fails, you're going to have to break and quickly close. Break and... There we go. So now we've got the loop set up. Now we can type in /add. No, we can type in scoreboard, objectives, no, scoreboard, players, set, HD, remove 1. Gonna try removing it. It's already removed. Or you can do add. Now it's gonna add it. See, now it's add the block. It would do the same thing for back here, but spawning is a butthole. So I'd very well suggest you spawning the world in Minecraft before you do this, and all that stuff. And it would be the same exact thing for this over here, except for with the building remove and building add, and set that for inside the command blocks where I've changed them or set them. And if you're not smart enough to know which ones you need to be changing, then you probably aren't smart enough to be making the map. So just a wise tip for the smartest. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and even if there are any adventure maps out there, please leave a link to your video about that adventure map in the comments description below, or whatever, and I will maybe give a shout out to your map, and especially if it has my clock in it. So if you like this clock, and I will leave a link to the MC Edit filter for this, and I will leave a link to my filter if I get it up on AdFly. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.